Okay, so, hi, hello, welcome back to another Creepypasta story video. Today, Creepypasta I'm going to be reading is called Sakonia, but before I get into it, I do want to say a few things. First off, the video is one take, so if you do hear me stumble, mumble, fumble, and mess up my words, I'm sorry, this is one take. And second thing, I do want to say, please consider using code GOONS at gamersubs.gg. It's code GOONS, and you can use that to get 10% off at checkout. Okay, so outside of that, let's get into it. This is Sakonia. January 1st, 1786. This is the first entry. My name is James Hawk. I am an English explorer, and this is the log of my ship, the Dasadania. Today we set sail from Calarock Island with fresh provisions and repairs. Our objective is simple: to find new islands, or possibly a new continent, for the Queen. Her Majesty had commissioned us to find one island in particular, an island known as Sakonia. Why exactly Her Majesty wants us to find this one particular island is really unclear to me. I do not ask questions though, I simply do as I am told. Calarock Island is supposedly close to Sakonia, and so that is going to be our starting point for our expedition. We have already located several other exotic islands, and this will be our last island. After this, we will return to England. I must end this entry now, for I am required on the deck. January 2nd, 1786. Today, I had the most unsettling experience down the hold. I had gone down to bring up a certain object of dubious legality when there was a thump ahead in the shadows. This in itself was neither disturbing nor unusual. It could have been a barrel that fell over, the cat that we keep down here to keep the rats out, or heavens forbid, a rat itself. As I stepped forward, lantern lit, to check, I discovered that it was in fact none of these things. Nothing was visible in the shadows, as if my lantern had chased them away. I looked up in time to see something darting around the crates where I could not follow. I stepped forward, noticing a small white patch of fur, stained with blood. Shifting the crates, I discovered a shocking sight. Nothing. Whatever it was long gone, and so it seemed was the cat. January 3rd, 1786. Today, I am proud to announce that what we have sighted, what we believe to be Sakonia. It looks like a quite nice place to relax. Perhaps that is why the Queen wishes us to find it. Or, on a rather grim note, the steersman Alexander had gone missing. This leaves us a hand short, and we are conducting a search of the entire ship tonight. January 4th, 1786. Today, I am the herald of tidings both good and bad. The good news is that we have found Alexander in the hold, unconscious. The bad thing is, he appears to have come down with a fever of sorts. Upon revival, he began shouting and screaming and now refuses to steer us towards the island. Exactly why he does not want to land there is unknown. He simply refuses to move, shouting at us. What he is saying is both disturbing and cryptic. He speaks of the one-eyed torturer, the beast in the hold, and other nonsense. However, as long as he remains in such a state, we cannot steer into the island, and unfortunately, this is the least of our problems with him. He has injured himself and written cryptic messages in his own blood. The strangest messages he has written, however, is Croatoan, Roanoke, Croatoan. We do not understand what he means by this, although we do know Croatoan and Roanoke are two islands discovered years back. However, Alexander has, and to our extent of our knowledge, never heard of them. January 5th, 1786. Today we woke to the crashing of rocks and wood. We all rushed to the deck to discover a grim sight. Alexander had lashed the tiller and the wheel in the direction of the island before winding his crucifix tightly around his hand and committing suicide with a knife. The ship had sailed straight into Sakonia. Nobody has been injured, and other than Alexander. We are really fortunate, and after we have salvaged any supplies that we can, We will all go ashore. January 6, 1786. Today we went ashore. The island is a pleasant enough place, but however, there is a vague unease about it. We will set camp and sleep on the shore of the island tonight. We have committed Alexander's body to the sea. The crucifix was in a death grip about his hand. So we simply just left it there. And oddly, Alexander had carved another message into his own flesh right before he killed himself. It simply said, "He comes." The island is rather strange, although it is a tropical paradise. I have heard no birds or any other animals. The trees rustle and sway as though in a wind, and yet the wind is blowing in a different direction. We will discover more in the morning. January 7th, 1786. Today we went further inland. The eerie silence continues, save for the occasional noise in distance. We are not sure what they are, but they are certainly not natural. We are not alone here. The word Croatoan has been carved into several trees we have passed so far, but who carved them? What does Croatoan mean? In any case, our destination is the summit of the mountain on the island, where we will stake our claim for England. The search party with me included consists of 4 of our 8-man crew. The rest of the crew are back at the landing site, repairing the ship. January 8th, 1786. Today I woke to find out that one of the other 3 men was gone. His tent was normal, and his sleeping bag was ruffled, like he had arisen early. There are no signs of trouble, but he was just simply gone. Whether he was taken by means of force or simply got up and left for reasons known only to himself remains a mystery. However, it is my personal belief that if he had left voluntarily, he would have taken his equipment with him. We will continue towards the mountain and hope to find the missing man on the way. January 9th, 1786. Today, I awoke to find everything normal. Nobody had vanished during the night. This is a really good sign. However, Mandolin, a crewman, reported hearing strange noises and seeing strange visions during the night. I believe that he was just dreaming. I sleep lightly and I heard nothing and I saw nothing. And I am starting to believe that the other 2 men are going crazy, or at least extremely paranoid. I, however, remain cool. I have been on too many expeditions to let tales of spooks and ghouls frighten me. We will press on. January 10th, 1786. Today we found the missing man's body. He was naked, lying in a clearing, his eyes wide open and his mouth in an eternal scream. No cause of death is apparent. I mentioned earlier that I will not quit. I retract this. We're going back to the landing site and getting off of Sakonia. January 11th, 1786. We are now back at the landing site. Nothing is here. The tools of the other 4 men are still here, but the men themselves are long gone. The ship is also gone too. The crew appears to have repaired it and just left, and a little further exploration turned up a note. The note said, "We are getting off the island. The night is dangerous. Do not go to sleep. Build a raft and get off Sakonia. Now. May God have mercy on your soul, should you remain." If you hear Drew, and the rest of the letter was gone. Needless to say, we have begun construction of a raft. Night is fast approaching. Should the rest of the crew be believed, tonight will be the dangerous one. We will keep watch. This is from the night of January 11th, 1786. It is night now, and I heard some of the strange sounds and saw some of the visions mentioned by Mandolin. They were of the most disturbing variety. The only thing I saw was a missing crew member walking about. He came to the shoreline and lay down as if he was sleeping. Then he was dragged away by unseen force backwards into the forest. Another was that, the moment the sun went down, a deep blackness began spreading across the woods, with screams and howls. as other animal noises. It began to reach our ears. I kept watch while the other two built more of the raft. Then an extremely disturbing noise reached our ears. Just as the blackness hit the edge of the woods, agonized screams rang out. Crying and thumps began. Then suddenly, we began hearing thuds. Drums. They were far away in the jungle when we first heard them, but they were getting closer and closer. The note mentioned dra. I think it must have meant drums. We must get off the island, and the drums are now past our last campsite. The raft is almost finished, and the drums are coming. They're speeding up. They're almost out of the woods. They're out of the... This is the last journal entry. The rest of the pages are blank. So, that was Sakonia. I actually quite enjoyed the story. I only read a few creepypasta stories like this, or kind of like in like journal entry. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Actually, I think the last one I read was I think it was the r/nosleep story of my dead girlfriend keeps messaging me on Facebook. I think that was the last story I read that was kind of like this format. But hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please do like and consider subscribing. It does help the channel, and I do appreciate it. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Thank you all so much for watching. You want to see more, click the stuff that pops up on screen right now. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.